Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Our brick producing village has been set up. It's going to continue working very slowly for now, but we do have room set up for a few more people living here, and maybe we can reduce something else to have a few more people move into the factories instead, But I think we're like already running minimum capacity everywhere, except maybe the grocery. The grocer could reduce that a little bit more. Also the heating plant only needs like 3 people working in it, I think. Don't notify me about any interruptions in that facility, because I don't think I will need to know if it doesn't work for a few moments. And the rest of the workers should go to the brick factory. If we ever run into a situation where the brick production is not enough, then we can just extend this and it should be fine. There's a lot of room here to do so. Hello Nico, welcome to the stream, welcome back. So yeah, we'll see if this runs fine. We should have enough workers here. Should be a-okay. And the coal supply is from our heating plant area, which will give us a warning if there's ever any issue. Drop a warning if the coal supply drops below acceptable levels, and then we hopefully can make an adjustment. So, our brick storage over here should slowly start filling up. We're not going to import any more bricks, we're going to produce them ourselves from here on out. Next up, working on a cement plant, which we might also use for export, I don't know yet. We can use our waste distribution office to also haul cement, because cement doesn't need to be hauled that often. And currently the distribution office doesn't really have a task for itself. So my Musk will be set up to have that as a task. And we'll see if we can get there in a reasonable amount of time. Other than that, I think our farm was fine. I don't even know. We didn't take a look how the harvest went. We gotta check next year. Is there anything else we can do? We can build further up in this area as well. We could try and start running at low speed and do more planning, since I think with this construction area up, we can do a lot more constructions at the same time, if I were to give it more construction offices. I think maybe the asphalt and concrete plant should be coming up in this area. With local gravel production, that could be quite convenient, because the gravel processing plant would not need a lot. It doesn't also need to go onto the rail line, it just would need to stay local for asphalt and concrete. So we would have another village close to the border of this mountain. Let's check the rail line first. That's an elevation of more than 2%, but I think that's okay. Slightly raised railroad. And then over here, this doesn't need a railroad, I don't think. I think this is too tall for rail. Well, I guess the rail line could go slightly up this mountain and then cross over and come down on this side to reach this custom house. Set up that area. Alternatively, we turn left and head towards the center 4 squares. But this would be the ideal rail line to do that. And we could start working on our larger town, which would get the technical university up. I also need to set up water production at some point. Why are you waiting? You've imported alcohol, but I guess I didn't set up the signals yet. Oh yes, this is all just still rail construction territory. We do need... Okay, well, go through here then. We do need a crossing here, like a... the ability for the trains to go across the track to the other side. Now that you have gone through, let's set these rail lines up so they are one way only. You're stuck here now. Not good. Still doing rail construction in the area. That's why this one was set up the way it is. And we'll also use this. Let's run a little bit slower. While we plan things, no need to rush ahead anymore. Can take it a little bit more methodical. Okay, so here we will also need a switching point. 160 meters. This will become obsolete. This is just drive-through lane, so there's no switching over here. This is cutting it pretty close. Really? Too sharp of a turn. So, we're restricted with the distance of our passenger trains because of that direction. 135 meters. Alternatively, I put that... Oh yes, I can put that out further. It doesn't need to be here. That'll be fine. We'll remove those. We'll put it after the junction. Okay. That's why we have 4 lanes on that side, I guess. Okay, we also have gravel on this side. Yes, I know. I know there's trains there. We have gravel over here as well. But I think this is not going to be the place for... Well, it could be a better place for asphalt and concrete. Because we don't have any water here. And there's a lake over there. Could make a water outflow from the lake instead of a water well. Doesn't matter too much though. Let's take a look at the iron. This iron source looks really good. It's a very big spot of green underneath. But there was also a considerable amount of iron on this mountain here. Like here and here and here. There's like 3 iron mines. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3. Maybe there's going to be an iron processing area here, and we can carry everything over with a conveyor belt from this area. But to start out with 1 iron mine into an iron ore processing plant over here with a small village. Well, a small village, small town, larger village could do. The iron mine needs 250 workers, which would require 750 if we want to run it at full capacity. But I think we'll plan it out for a single ore processing facility, which would be 105 tons of iron from 225 tons of iron ore. So this produces 1,000 tons of iron ore a day at full capacity at 100%. And we want to run a quarter of that. So if we build one at 50%, we would have 500 tons, and then we only supply like half the amount of workers. Just to be able to export some iron and keep the steel price down. I think that'll be a nice addition to our republic. Getting the infrastructure up here will be slightly annoying. We'll probably have to work with a road going down here and then curving down. So a fire station next to the mine is maybe necessary. And I don't know if we can get a footpath to go up here. We'll have to see. Source quality already at 75%. That's a really good iron mine. I don't know if we have range for flattening this, but we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna take a little bit off the mountain and make this a slightly wider area. Maybe we need to go a little bit lower, otherwise the roads are gonna have issues. But let's see if we got any more iron quality. Yeah, over here it's much better. So we need to develop towards this side. So we'll cut it down by probably one more large ring. And then try again with the mine itself. Could also have a fire station up here. But I think fire station down here with a road connection is also gonna be okay. If we leave this as an asphalt road to be cleared, probably has enough ability to clear that area. Is there a construction train down here? Oh, there is. Okay, that's why the other train didn't want to enter here. I get it. You're also in the same lane now, so better start moving and hope you get to the other lane if you really want to build that one. Right. Iron mine. 78%. I think that's probably about as good as we're gonna get here. Could go out a little bit more, maybe. But I don't really want to flatten off the mountaintop too much. Otherwise we're gonna sit here for a while. I think we'll take 78%. And potential for fire station. Could also put the ore processing up here. Then we have a conveyor of full quality iron going down instead. That might be reasonable. Then we'll have all of the workers being carried up here instead. So we'll put the conveyor connection towards the upper area. And we do need the factory connections, I guess, to put in some waste handling in the area. I guess we're gonna go for 76%. 75. And then an iron ore processing facility up here. Directly into a storage. And then transporting it down to a train station, cargo train station. Don't want one on this side, that would be too cramped. Let me make a screenshot of that. I'm so annoyed by the tooltip always being in the way when I try and make factory connections and other things. I don't want to place them like that. It's not intuitive to me. Okay. Might have to have a fire station up here. Let's go for... I guess we could have the whole storage up here. Needs to be... Do I want 1,000 or 2,000? It's just a temporary storage. It's not like we're gonna be storing iron up here to have it available. If this is running full at any point, we need more transportation of iron. But then we might be loading in parallel. But then again, we will also be having multiple trains, but also maybe multiple iron mines. I'm gonna go for a smaller storage. This is only going to supposed to be a village, so we are not going to overkill it here with iron production up on the mountain. Let's hope I can get a road down here anyway. We'll have to serpentine down that mountain a little bit into that road connection down here. So I'm thinking of starting around here and starting to curve down the mountain, so we'll end up somewhere in this area. Maybe should have started slightly earlier. It's a very steep hill. I didn't want to remove everything. Okay, let's try this. Also need to come around to the iron ore processing facility. Nope. We need to extend that. Okay. Iron mine, processing facility and storage. With the option of getting conveyor belts to go out of here. Down the mountain into a rail loading station, train loading. Probably another iron storage down there. And I think a fire station up here is probably a good idea. So we don't need to do road clearing up the mountain. We'll instead provide a local fire station that doesn't need heating. And a bus stop. Oh, we'll need a bus stop here. Water, sewage, electricity, no heating. Then this area should be set up. And then we need a town, a small village, or a small town or a large village, where people then can go to the iron mine and work. We do have a bus stop, so we can bring people up here, but I'm thinking maybe we can build it where they can walk to it? Question mark? If we use the metro entrance, that one has a very steep escalator comparatively to this one, right? Maybe not. It's about the same. I think it's slightly taller though. We can use a metro entrance here, probably. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's see. This is probably way too much of an elevation difference. Yeah, it's too steep. It would need to be shallower than that. Okay, this would work. All the way up here, this would work. Okay. Then maybe we can have the slightly shallower footpath entrance up here and connect it sideways, still against the mountain, and see if we can connect that. That's a way to work up the mountain. Okay. That's something. I thought it was able to hook up just now. Maybe I have to start. Yep, that'll work. So we can build this footpath and the tunnel. And then we have still 120 meters down here to hook up our residential area. So they will have to walk to the bus stop, and then from the bus stop to the facilities. We'll need a slightly larger amount of workers here. And we're gonna go for these residential buildings this time. So the bus stop of the village / town is going to be in walking distance of here, but against the mountain. That can reach. Then we hook up this road, following the terrain a little bit. This road can turn to asphalt if I really wanted to, but it's basically, I guess it is the main entrance to this area through Sezhov, so we'll probably turn that to asphalt. That will limit access to the clinic for a little while, but I think we can work with that. Brick storage and Brospine is on fire. They've already been turned to bricks, you don't need to burn them again. Looks like the brick storage is now completely full. We were not set to import, right? Or did I forget that? Nope, it is disabled. We're only loading from there, okay. And no one's driving bricks here directly, so it should be our only brick factory handling the resource supply there. Alright. This will probably get a small shopping center. I think this will be slightly larger in its this will be a town pretty much. But it will look not as fancy, I don't think. Shopping center, clinic, pub, kindergarten. Also its own school, I think. Same as our coal mine area. This is going to be slightly larger, so it warrants that. Kindergarten. The houses will be on this side, I think. I mean, they can be all around here. They can basically enclose this area. As long as they have access to the bus stop, it will be fine. Also need a fire station for the area down here. And probably move the kindergarten out of the way so we can get the road wrapping around up here. We will also need a road connection in the direction of Brospin. Definitely not going to bridge that, but just need to make sure I don't forget about it. Nope, that one remains gravel. That one will remain gravel, please. No emergency services right now. Let's make sure we assign this road construction. We'll have to do 2 of them, and then the emergency service may leave this area again towards the bus stop. I guess the emergency vehicle can also probably, I don't know, can it drive out here? Probably not. We'll give it the option though, maybe it can. Water, sewage, electricity, so 1 substation for all of this up here. And we also need to still plan the conveyors. Hopefully the bus stop is not in the way. The bus stop is now in the way. Oh, we can still go out this side, right? No. What's the walking distance up here without a bus stop? Like if we just say whatever, just everyone walks to work directly. Do we have that range from the bus stop down there? No. Not really. This is going to make this a little bit more challenging. Alternatively, I try and get the conveyor connection out of that side, so I probably have to move the road out a little bit more. Or just do that, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll stick with our initial bus stop plan. Put that back in place. And redo the footpath. Now it doesn't want to link up in the middle anymore. We'll do that then. And water and sewage will drop down later. Leave the road as a single construction task for now. And yeah, then we have to go down this mountain with the conveyors towards this area for a loading station behind the town. Iron processing is not needed. We'll have a single iron processing facility up here. It's not going to be a large iron mine, even though the quality is really good. But we'll have multiples of these across the map. You're waiting because that train is in the way, don't you? So do you want to go there? Food imports. Food imports are important, but we shouldn't be running out of food that quickly. We'll see if the trains resolve their own issue, and if not, we'll take another look. Alright, so we still have roads to set up here. Clinic, fire station, pub, school, kindergarten, shopping area. So we need houses and we need water, sewage, electricity. They can hold a lot of people. We might start with 2 of them. I need 45 for this. Okay, you're stuck. No, you're not stuck. You're just looking if you can drive there. Should be able to figure that out now. Okay, you're slowly moving back to the customs house. Back to the rail distribution office. I'll just make you do that really quick. What's about the construction train? Are you moving now? Are you stuck? You're not stuck. Okay. So, I think I'll start with 2 large residential buildings here, as I said. I was thinking of enclosing this area in maybe 4 of them, but they do have a lot of room for workers. Like, that's what I was thinking of. But it feels like a lot of overkill for this area. I don't know. Seems like way too many people. We might be able to set it up that way if we say these people do not get a university education, we just bring educated workers here to run the facilities, and everyone in this area will have to just, well, they will still have to go towards Brospin because there's no cinema planned. We don't even have a cinema in Elmavari, and it's about the same, like the same capacity as that. Yeah, we'll have to give them a university education in the medical university, but we might run this amount of workers here and make sure that they can reach the bus stop. That is the main priority. 250 meters should be doable. So this way we already have access to 3 out of the 4, meaning that if I hook this up to the road here, it should probably also be enough. But I can go for a proper footpath here. Well, proper-ish, but yeah. This is going to give us walking distance for every building easily. This will make a lot of iron ore and iron. This looks a little bit weird, but it does still work. And then we have decent room for waste management, monuments, and the like. Should be easily able to access everyone, I think. Yep, that should be fine. And water and sewage we'll set up later. So now they have to construct 2 areas. Electricity will come from over here. We do have another high voltage switch in the area where we can draw electricity from, so all we need is a transformer. And 4 megawatt should be more than enough. Especially, well, this area is also connected to 4 megawatt, but I think if we stick with 4 megawatt, it's going to be more than enough for both of the areas. Alternatively, we do have a switch over here that is hooked up with 8 megawatt wires, so we can run an electric wire down that side. 6 connections for this town will be enough. 1 for the iron mine, 1 for the town itself. I don't see that being a problem. Okay, get that set up. I probably have way too many people here now. But we can carry them to Prospin, and I guess they can also work in the medical university if we have access. That is not going to be a problem. What is the name going to be of our iron village? Tubasalia. No one may move in here yet. We'll activate that as soon as we have everything set up. Okay, maybe slow speed is still very slow. I don't have a large construction industry set up, so we probably need asphalt plant, concrete plant, and also probably individual construction offices for everything if I want to do that. We'll keep running at high speed then. I'm happy that the road up the mountain works. It's a little bit... well, I mean, it works. There's a lot more rail construction to be done here. Need to get to the other side, and then we can also build back up this way. So once we cross over to this lane, we can build along this rail track. Or I guess if we just build this corner. City Hall is up, but we don't have enough workers here. So I guess I do need more people living in this town if I want to use the City Hall. Well, they basically need to live in this area here so they can walk to the City Hall. It is slightly far away from all of the residential buildings. I don't know how you snuck in as an extra refrigerated truck, but we'll be able to use you for the iron, for Dubazalia, the iron mine town, because it's going to be a larger shopping center and it will need a dedicated supply. Now that waypoint is in the way. I don't even... Oh yeah, I know what road that is. Okay, so remove that waypoint. Don't really have much room for another waypoint here. Here's one. We'll put some housing on the outside. Some extra workers here. Maybe able to run the city hall if they want to. Definitely enough work available. And our buses, our inner city buses, do need another waypoint. So you're gonna go from end station to north to here to south, back to north, back to the end station. What was the other line? Crossbin. What's that? Is that the... that is the inner city, but... guess it didn't assign these buses here. Okay, now it's fixed. Still need a sports facility in the area. A large football playground with the option to take a bus to Brospin for an indoor pool. Guess we'll put that next to the school instead. There's enough room up here also. Maybe on this side. Get the construction done of the road so our ambulance can drive out again. Slowly building down towards Mormorsk. I guess we could have an asphalt road also going up this way. I don't know why we would. Maybe we would share bus routes or something. I don't think so. free construction office for road construction vehicles sounds like it could be a good thing. A little bit of extra pace here. There's a lot of construction tasks to be done, so we'll allow them to do that as well. There should be no more direct bus here. That one is in depot, so this bus route is inactive. We will delete that, it's not needed anymore. And only workers in this area are coming from Sasalis. There shouldn't be any unemployment in the area. Chemicals and electronics warehouse is on fire. But it's been extinguished. Yeah, we do have a decent chunk of workers here now. I'll probably open up the hospital so I don't have to micromanage it when there's an epidemic. But the rest is, I think, set up okay. Okay, maybe the kindergarten. Up to 5 as well. 2% unemployment due to small children. Why are you not going to the kindergarten to take care of that? Oh, I see. Take care of the kindergarten and the bus. I know you're being picked up for construction work, but make sure the kindergarten is sufficiently staffed. Otherwise, yeah, the area is not working as well. We don't. We need more people. Happiness in that building finally came up to about the same amount as all the other ones have in this area. Now that the kindergarten is staffed, I think we should be okay. Then no idea where else it will go, but that's up on top of the mountain, leaving the gravel field here free. If we intend to build the village that handles concrete and asphalt. And we could do that with locally sourced materials. Because we need a lot of gravel for both of them. 210 tons of gravel on full tilt, sorry, 135 tons of gravel for the concrete and 125 tons of gravel for the asphalt per facility, but only if they're running full capacity. That's not gonna happen that much. But yeah, we could produce gravel over here, and then maybe on this side we could have the asphalt and concrete plant, so another small village doing gravel just for the asphalt and concrete. Or we just bring it here by train. But at some point we will have to set up another gravel producing area, because this is not going to supply our nation if we just continue using it but not increasing the amount. Speaking of increasing the amount, the storage over here has been built, which is supposed to be the quarried stone storage. And our distribution office can now transport quarried stone into said storage. right? And our traffic route, picking up from the quarry and into the processing plant, will instead pick it up from here and drop it off into the processing plant, shortening the travel route way a lot, way more than it was. And they should be able to keep up the supply to where the gravel processing plant might run full time. At least once we upgrade them to better trucks. A distribution office, it would be nice if we probably add another 1 or 2 more quarries so the distribution office works well. Right now it doesn't. Then we can add the gravel quarries here to that task as well. And I'll be able to load more quickly. Right now they're only sending 1 truck out. Because of how much is available in the export, we need like 1 quarry per vehicle. Well, 1 quarry per 2 vehicles. We have 5 vehicles. After that they should be running full-time mostly. I think the other truck is going to refuel right now. Or is it going to repair? You are refueling. You did. Where are you? Oh, you're waiting. A local refueling station would help. They have to drive up here right now. A free gas station would look appropriate, but they are finite. But yeah, let them set up the other gravel quarries. Buy an excavator each, supply them with fuel, and then we can run this area at a little bit more throughput. Not sure if this is going to become a gravel processing facility, but we have the option here, and we also have a lot of option because there's mountains galore. Okay, we can't run a footpath into a road here, it looks like. I thought we would have that option if we left the room. Come on, let me remove those points. Guess we can do that instead. So we should do the same for these ones. Remove those footpaths again. That will allow us to extend this a little bit over here, give them something. Maybe a few more buildings along this flattened area and up here. I do need to assign the demolition office manually because it's too far away. I don't think I have the option to assigning a demolition office here. Nope. Also need the demolition office on this road. Okay, got access again for the emergency vehicle here. Let me pause that. This is 2 construction phases. Can we combine that? Should be able to. Oh no, probably not, because it's an upgrade. Never mind. If it's an upgrade, you can't combine it. If it's a fresh road construction, then yes, you can. Oh, there's not enough waste storage for you. You're running full occasionally, I think. Okay, can't fit that in here. That will give the football field enough waste storage so it doesn't run full instantly and causes problems. Don't really have any waste storage up here yet. I don't worry that much about pollution in this area, but we will still put up a waste storage here. Okay, that should cover the iron mine and the iron ore processing facility, and the rest doesn't need any. Well, I guess the fire station does, but we will know if it's in coverage once the bus station has been built. 31 meters plus 41 meters. Yeah, should be in range, I think. Probably. How are you still getting stuck? No. Drive, well, run along this train track. Through here. And go back out. Oh, this one. Got it. Well, I think I got it. Yep, I got it. That was the signal that wasn't correct. Slightly confusing. The train platform on Brospin is on fire. It hasn't been used before yet, so... Sure. Footpath down, the other one coming down soon. Oh no. Well, I don't think there's going to be more town here. Yeah, I think this is going to be it, but there might be a little bit more here. I don't know, this is still potential for growth, I guess. I don't see a reason to have more town in that area, but the option is there. We could be exporting bricks if we have enough. For some extra money. Wouldn't be a lot, but... Probably not. I don't want to run this full tilt export. It's basically on the level as like boards. Just keep enough for domestic supply and adjust the production capacity as needed for our own demand. Okay, demolishing of footpath, gonna happen soon. And then we can put the corrected footpath setup in here. I guess I can already plan for that over here, because this is going to be exactly the same. A lot of crosswalks again, but what can you do? You're paving backwards. I guess the internal waste storage of the scrapyard is also quite low. It's gonna take a while before these areas come up, but at least it'll keep our construction offices busy. I'm reconsidering the fact that I didn't set up a proper construction office area here. We could have way more vehicles doing things right now. What are you doing anyway? Not a lot, just a few bricks. Flat bricks, brick flats. Then we have our new temporary road construction office. which is very busy. Well, whenever we cycle a road construction, a vehicle gets moved out. Sanideni, still doing well. 2 new residential buildings slowly filling up. That one doesn't have a waste facility next to it, so probably best to make sure it can hold a little bit more in the area. Otherwise it can cause issues. Not too bad. I like the look of these streets with the buildings next to them. Let's see how the small ones will look. A little bit of extra space should make it look decent. And yeah, once this footpath is gone, we'll be able to hook up this one and these two into the middle. Very nice footpaths, all covered in trees. So there is some shade here now, a little bit. Yep. Looks nice. Waste transportation of the area also working well. I think the train will load... I assume the train will load hazardous waste at some point, which could be a problem. If it starts loading hazardous waste and there's not enough, that could be an issue. We could run it with like no wait until loaded, but then it would run a lot. Or we could just cut down the amount of wagons down to 1. That would also kind of solve that. Construction trains waiting for a long time. That's okay. We don't have many workers in the construction office. I did lower that. Probably can go back up again. Yeah, let's go back up to at least 40. So we have about 300 workers here. That means 100 workers per shift. So if we run this at 100, these 2 buildings would be able to be fully employed by the rail construction office. As long as we have extra workers on the bus platform, I wouldn't mind increasing that number. Let's go to 60. We should be able to manage that. Too many cripples in Prospin. That's a new building, right? How is our police doing? Police is doing fine. I think there's just a very criminal person in here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 72%. Okay, 6 people living here, one of them 72%. That is a high criminality rate, I agree. But it's not a cause of concern yet. Although we might have to set up another prison at some point. One in Brospin would probably make sense. How's our court system anyway? Shouldn't be overloaded by 2 police stations, I don't think. Let me check the courthouse. Ah, it's fine. No problem. But yeah, I guess Brospin could get a large courthouse. Or we could make a city that just has a large courthouse. The options with like one city per, or one settlement per research is like interesting, because you think, oh, everything could be its own city. Let's make a town for that, let's make a city for that. Starting road construction now, a little bit faster. That looks okay. If I moved the signal back to here, we could also build this corner already. Because then the train can travel this route and turn around on this section and build that way. But it would have been able to do that soon anyway, because it will finish this route. Then it could have driven in here and turned around to build that way. But it has options now, so always good to give it options. I'm worried about the waste over here running full at some point without me noticing. Hopefully they can implement that. So I may run a distribution office instead. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that, but you can bring those 3 train cars over here. Maybe we can monitor the harvest this time. Well, the tractors have been spraying our fields with a lot of fertilizer. Oh yeah, now the fertility is up to 175. Because we use solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer, so very high fertility in these fields. It does work. I guess as soon as the harvest is done, it shows 150 again. Then you need to spray them once you have sown them and they're growing. So the farm vehicles, I guess, are now busy throughout the whole year. That's a lot of workers for paving. Makes it go way quicker though. If my calculation is correct when I said 5% of the population of an area is the amount of children that they will have on average, then they should only have about 2 children on average. And yet we gave them a kindergarten, because they had like 8 or 9 when we last checked. Okay, our new gravel quarries are online. Kribosia can start supplying fuel here. The distribution office of Kribosia. We will need 2 new excavators. And our distribution office for gravel can load quarried stone from this now. As soon as we have the excavators and the fuel in here. Footpath has been demolished. Still need to remove the snapping point. But now we'll be able to get the footpath here that we always wanted. Then we can continue constructing the residential buildings. You're blocking yourself, I think. I think those are new buildings. Yep. I'll have to improve their loyalty over time. I think those are like releases from prison that are moving into these buildings as well. So if they have a good life, then they'll come back around, I think. But in this area down here, I guess we are a little bit short on loyalty boosting buildings. So maybe a monument. Oh yeah. Looks like that monument doesn't even reach. So no garbage stand in range for you? No. Okay. Then we also need to set one up here. And in regards to loyalty, this is maybe a start, but it's probably not going to be enough. The large statue has a range of 90 meters, which also does not cover the buildings on this side. We'll have to think of something, maybe another park area, slightly larger green space. Behind the houses. We do have room there, wouldn't be a problem. Okay, if they want to keep the garbage trains loading that slowly, then they definitely have to do something about the warning messages, I think. Gravel road over here has been demolished. Can remove that now. Everyone's still covered by a bus platform, which is nice. There's a lot of workers waiting here, but that's because we told them to go there directly. Kindergarten is now operating at full capacity, so we don't have any... Well, we still have some unemployment because of children. But not in this area. There's one up here. Where's the other ones? Let's run you at 5. You're already at full capacity. So, we need to build another kindergarten, but I don't think I want to. I think we'll be fine. 17 people. That's not a lot. Why are you not... Oh. Really? There you go. Another train. Small transportation of some, well, repair goods. Okay, you're also finally moving. Good. To also start this road construction. Mormorsk. We're almost at Mormorsk. We'll buy a fire truck as soon as we move people in here, I think, not before. The fire station in Brosbyn should have quite good reach until we get set up properly. I think there will be another pedestrian footpath here. One space behind all of these. Covered in trees. And then we can think of like... oh. We can think of something to put there. There's our waypoint again in the way, as you do. I don't know, probably some sports fields with like covered in trees. I don't know what else to put here. Loyalty boosting constructions are definitely on the agenda. And yeah, I don't think the town is gonna go much. Well, it might go further, but there's currently no plan for it to go further. We'll let that get set up and see if we can make use of the area for something else, like some sports facility or, I don't know, more residential area. Probably not. We're at the edge of our walking distance with the bus platforms, and I don't really want to go further than that. But like sports, why not? Especially if we use some of the facilities that do not generate any waste by themselves. Tennis playground, football playground. Could have those. Make those areas slightly more attractive. Don't have electricity back here. Do they have electricity? They do not. Okay. So we'll have to also make a substation in the area. I think there's not going to be any road going that way. There's no reason. So this will be the place for an electric substation. This looks like it's not tilted correctly. Actually, it probably is. Okay, then just an electric underground medium voltage wire to our 2 transformers, which were overkill, but you never know. Being prepared is better. And that is only 660 days, that'll be fine. And once that is in place, the residential buildings over here will also have electricity. With water and sewage and heating, they're like well supplied, but it's just that, well, this is slightly too far away for the electric substation in the center of town. And this will be able to also provide a little bit of extra electricity into this area, which I think this is more prone to receiving more residential buildings in the future if we need more. Should I speed up construction zone here? Probably. Get a few more road construction started. Should be able to reach that, right? Why not? Oh, I see. The snapping played a trick on me again. There we go. That'll accelerate things a little bit. Oh man, you're blocking yourself again. Come on. Fewer signals. Fewer signals are better. Even though I don't like it. But the construction train logic likes it. So Charles. Heating plant, stop production. Well, it's more than 24 degrees, so it doesn't need to produce right now. This one should give me notice if it stops production. I thought it was that one, but I guess this falls into the area of Sashales now. I will switch Brospin name tag slightly further to the right, so it isn't the case anymore. And you will slightly go to the right as well. Still the Sashales heating plant. Well, we can go a little bit more to the right, I guess. Although, yeah, sure. I don't want to move it too far. Well, this whole area is also part of Brospin, so I guess it's fine. Come on, game. You can't stop me. I don't believe it. It's not part of that area anymore, it's part of Brospin. We just need to update. You know what? I'm just gonna name it. I'm just gonna name it differently and not gonna move those name tags around. that is going to look too weird. So we'll move those back to the center areas, and I'll just name it accordingly. Might have to go towards the preventative medicine because our village is waiting on ambulances. Doesn't seem to be working out that well. If the towns grow large enough where the ambulances are already too busy. I still have to plan for the unloading station, which is supposed to be over here next to the road, on the with a connection to the train track, which will basically be a storage with a small aggregate loading facility. We don't need to move it quickly. Really want to build a storage on the mountain. So, but we'll have to build it somewhere here and then feed it from up high. Not sure if we can make that connection if we put the road connection in place, but that's a wrong loading platform. That's not the correct one. I did have the correct one at the start already. The loading one. That one. That doesn't flip to a point where it's going to be useful for me, I don't think. So we have to get the road through the conveyor. Well, that was too easy. We'll wait with hooking it up. That's maybe a little bit too long. Still. That'll work. And then go down here, hook it up to the road, while also having a conveyor here. And then conveyor engines all the way up the mountain with a power connection for them and a road connection to construct them. Thankfully it shouldn't be too difficult with the new conveyor engines to get that put in place, because they are relatively easy to set up now. They can catch fire, so I'll get a gravel road just in case. If there's a fire, the engine can drive there even if the road hasn't been cleared at a relatively reasonable rate. And then we need one more conveyor here. Let's try the other one, the merging one. Because I'm thinking of setting it up like that. Never mind, that's not gonna make any difference. Okay, we'll already have electricity here. The road connection is gonna be the main problem. We'll have to see if we can get that to snake around and hook up into this road, although I doubt it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. A little bit more lenient here. It's gonna be rough, but I think it's gonna be possible. All we need is a connection to come off somewhere on about this elevation level. Slightly higher than that is acceptable. And if we can make a road connection go off of this, we have a chance of hooking it up to the conveyor engine. Gonna look really wonky though, I think, because this is not gonna be flattened very well. Also, we've already built that road, haven't we? Wow. No, it's still... Yeah, it's been built. Wait, it's partially been built. Strange. This is too wonky looking. This is not acceptable. Oh, there's a power line in the way. I see. My bad. I have to go through here. That's the reason why this didn't flatten out the way I wanted to. There's a power line. Okay, that's this conveyor. And then this one will need electricity over here. But otherwise this is hooked up. I forgot that I had a power line going up there. Well, one more substation for the storage. And it is a loading station, so it needs like a megawatt, I think. It says 650 kilowatts plus the engines. We're going to use a 1.2 megawatt wire to provide electricity to the area. And that would put our train aggregate loading station in place for the iron ore into this area. Just need to hook it up to the train network, so about 190 meters of length, and then merge into the rail line after it has been constructed. Don't want to interrupt that right now, I don't think. It's very close. I'll move it out a little bit further. Have to wait until the other side gets constructed, otherwise I interrupt the construction process. And there's a train heading there right now to build it, so don't want to do that. But yeah, this will allow us to load the processed iron and export it. Don't have a steel mill. That's too high tech for us. Okay, single trains for grain sound really stupid. That's excessively stupid, really. But I guess we didn't have a train car available. But it does remind me that we can check our harvest progress. And it looks like we might be able to get everything in. There's almost everything harvested over here. I mean, it's all harvested, it's just laying in the field and needs transportation. And our trucks are busy. They still have a month and a half, I think, for bringing it in. So I would say they can probably manage that. Should be okay. How much money did we earn last year for crops? 250,000. About as much as for coal. I would say that's a decent chunk of money. It's even more than we got with oil. With even less quantity than oil, so oil price has been driven down to the point where the fuel price might be really low. It's still 180. We're just keeping the fuel price down with our exports. It's not going up. Food price is shooting up though. So I think our crop exports might be helping keeping that. Well, they're trying to keep it down, but we'll have to set up a food factory at some point in the near future as well. I do want to go for the construction industries first though. I think an asphalt and concrete plant would be really helpful. Especially with all of the road construction we're doing. The fire station up here, I don't worry about any of this burning down. Even this one is covered by this fire station. It's an asphalt road, should be cleared. Maybe a dedicated technical service for the area would help. The one we have in Brospin could help deal with this. We'll see. So, we have some buildings over here without electricity. I'm sure that's not going to be too great for the time being, but should also be nice because you can work and live by your inner clock a little bit more. It's a long conveyor, but it's better than trying to could try and fit the train station up here by circling around the mountain all the way up. It would have been a challenge, but I opt not to. I think that would be a little bit too much. I will put down the water and sewage substations, I think. Slow progress, but if we get this area set up, we can get 2 more researchers, and we can either go down the preventative medicine, getting heart attack prevention or stroke prevention. We could go for edification of toughening and only one of these, or we could also go down the loyalty tree and get the education only for our most loyal citizens. That way we would restrict our university education and not run at 93% university education as we are currently doing. So would allow us to push our loyalty up a little bit, I think, because of that. Since healthcare seems to be going really relatively well, I'm tempted to say go towards the loyalty. But I also know that if we have another epidemic, I might have wished for not going for that. But it's random with an epidemic, and I think our population is probably stable enough. We're up to 5.5 thousand. That's quite good. Let's check the overlay for open buildings, like open flats, free flats. So this is, the new buildings have yet to be filled. Otherwise we had like 50 buildings left, plus maybe another 200, so 250 in here. This doesn't seem to be filling up that well. Well, I guess I probably know why, because this checkbox has never been set, so this was slowly emptying out. It shouldn't really, I don't think. It shouldn't really do that. But I guess this area is not that attractive, so people have just been leaving. Osanudeni also seems to be decreasing in population for some reason. I might have to go for the health researches in this area. Life expectancy down to 63. I did research vitamins. What more do you want? I have no idea what the issue is. Can't wait to get to technical university and actually see what mess we made, what the reason is. If this is actually making too much pollution. Or if they are just moving out of this area because they don't like it. No, let's keep the school running at full capacity. I don't want more people in the industrial area. They should just send the access, but okay. You are broken down again. Can you go to a repair station? No. I said I wanted to set up a distribution office for just that waste, but that seems also kinda silly. I do have this here. Who's handling this? A bunch of free distribution offices. Okay, sure. You're also going to handle this one. Load any waste from there. And we'll get rid of the individual route in this area. So that vehicle, which can only be repaired back up to 9% wear and tear, we're just gonna scrap you. If I can't find our scrapyard. Remove that route. And we might set up a dedicated distribution office just for these things. Don't need a lot of them, but it feels... I don't know, I don't think I have another slot left in here. Oh, I do already have a garbage truck. Okay. What are you handling? The heating plant. No, not the pub. Elmavary transfer for big garbage. Oh, you're already assigned to that. Okay, then I don't really need the free distribution office here, I don't think. Depends on how much waste this makes, of course. We only have one truck assigned now. I think I assigned a dedicated route because it was producing too much for one truck to handle, but we'll see. It loads quickly. Almost done. Will you finish that section, please? Yes, you should. You still have content on your wagon. Okay, very nice. Let me grab the rail construction office. Oh, it's already assigned itself. Good. Auto search range. It's all the way up here. Good to know. This is probably still the bricks flats that don't have any statues yet. We're working on that, giving you a few loyalty boosting buildings nearby. And then probably have a few tennis courts, maybe football playgrounds, and a few more monuments. I think 2 is probably going to be enough. Maybe if I move them out a little bit and have a little bit more greenery area around them, that will look quite good. I need to make sure they are attached to the garbage containers though, because I don't want to put any of them down in this area, I don't think. So that way they still have walking access to the garbage stand from both areas, to this one and this one. And we can put some trees down here. Yeah, I think crops is probably a viable strategy. Does take a while to kick off. I think if you make your own fertilizer, it's probably going to be really useful. How's it looking? Very good. There's no more crops on these fields, and these ones are like less than 20 per field. So we'll get all of the harvest in. And just in time before snowfall, so I think we've set it up correctly. I don't think any more fields will be working for us, unless we have more farms, that is. But we harvested 6,000 tons of crops this year. Last year, 5,800. I don't know if it's slowly going up because of the handling of the fields with the nutrient levels from fertilizer and liquid fertilizer, but I don't know, seems to be quite good. I'll set up a microbus route from this bus stop to the fire station, and we'll get an early fire truck here. Just need to make sure we have access to fuel, and I think a fuel station is probably going to be necessary because this area is quite far away from everything. Dubasalia might also receive one. We'll have to wait until electricity becomes available here. And I just realized I do have electricity for the heating plant, but yeah, that gas station is out of range. Guess we'll build one over here. As soon as we have electricity and the gas station is up and the fire station, we can run a fire engine. But I mean, the fire station over here should all have oh, it doesn't have everything in range. Okay. Then it'll be good to have that on the agenda. At least they have the transformer covered. But yeah, it'll take a while until we get electricity because we need to build all the way to the electric substation. Could use a temporary free gas station, I guess. Supply it with some fuel. And then just get the fire truck whenever. Inform me when this finishes construction, and we'll move the fire engine in and run a bus route with the microbuses. Construction trains, what's the matter now? Okay. You'll just have to wait. There's no road clearing here. Some more snowplows. Maybe just another technical service next to this one. Toxic waste is filling really slowly. You're waiting on construction vehicles? Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? What the? Because of that block? There wasn't a chain signal here. Yeah. Oof. Too many signals again. Storage is full. Still don't think we should export. It would just drain the excess coal we have in this heating plant area, although we have a lot of coal. It will also put an extra export task on our customs house, which is already quite busy. So best to not do that, I don't think. Okay. There's no direct access route to the heating plant yet, but I think it will show as soon as we have the bus stop up. There's 146 meters to the bus stop, and then 135 from this side, which is less than 400 meters. So we should be able to get to the heating plant. But yeah, the cement plant is out of range, so it is deprioritized, and only people that go to the bus stop will then go to the cement plant. Fire station is set up. We have our temporary free gas station over here. We get a fire truck here and set up the bus route for workers to make sure it's operational. And that'll provide fire safety while it gets constructed, I think. And they don't have any heating issues because the small fire station does not require heating, which is excellent. That makes it so much easier to do these early setups, and also like rural setups. %21 loyalty. Oh, we are working towards some statues. I think we'll get there in the end. Don't know where this will go yet, but I do know that I think I want a statue in that area. These two buildings have the same issue. I could leave this as one construction task, but it's fine. They just need to build it eventually. And then we'll plant some trees, and everyone will be happy. can see where we should plant trees, but yeah, it's okay. See how that looks like once it's all done, grown. And think about something we can put in this area, I guess. I think it'll just be the football playgrounds going into nothing. Iron price going down. That's no concern, that's just going to be a benefit to us. We aren't exporting iron yet. We will be exporting iron at some point. But the main point we want to try and achieve is drive down the price of steel. So the iron price going down is actually helpful for us, I think. Seems like the iron price is relatively stable. Steel price has started to climb a little bit, but we'll see if it stays that way once we start exporting. That's a lot of workers from the microbuses. I'm impressed. Wait, can they carry more than 8? Oh, they can carry 11. Well, that explains it, I guess. I thought we had microbuses with a capacity of 8. Well, if you get back and you still have workers, you can unload them again. No reason to cause unemployment. Snowplows are working towards this area, which is nice. And once this road has been completely rolled, I'll set up a corner here as well. Just, this is not going to be useful for anything, but it'll look nice, I think. It'll be a gravel one. Yeah, with the housing blocks facing inwards, only having one connection available, it's not going to be a problem in this case. I guess we do have an option to connect it outwards with the diagonal areas, but in our case I don't think that will do us any good. We try to go out here. I guess we'll leave ourselves the option open going this way. Care. Those trains are fine. Stop bugging me. I mean, some of them are probably not fine, and then I assume we're gonna get way more than one message. So that's when I need to pay attention. But getting the occasional traffic warning for the rail network is not correct. I might have to set up, when I set up the area in the center of the map, I do need to plan for a depot with another repair station. Although I think trains always go quite the distance, I don't know if this depot will be able to repair everyone. What's the wear and tear level on our trains? 44% for a construction train. It's gonna get repaired soon. It will be able to get repaired in full at an age of above 15 years, so that's gonna work for us. It's gonna cost us 10 tons of steel though, and 5.6 tons of mechanical components. But nevertheless, being able to repair it back to full is gonna be nice. Oh, we did the demolition work over here. Nice. That means I can hook up all 3 of these as well. Loading platform is already quite long. And I guess we're gonna smoothen out the corner up here a little bit, because it does look quite spicy. But yeah, after that we'll be able to run trains into this direction without problem. I have to elongate that a little bit longer, because I do need to bring the train track back up here. There we go. Come on. Why are you so weird about this? Oh, I made a mistake. We already have a third rail. We need to connect to that one instead. This one. Then this one, we'll get a rail line over here. Being able to cross back into all of these. These have not been started to construct yet. We do need chain signals on all of them. Mixed signals, in fact. And I think this will fix it. So they can travel out from up here onto this rail line into here and come back through here into those rail lines. We could then run a dedicated route again, and it would be able to go anywhere and refuel and come back for coal export. But for us that wouldn't work anymore, because we do need the coal on the rail network domestically before we export, so we do need to run it with the rail distribution office instead. Okay, let them build that. Another little bit of a train yard. And I'll allow it to export coal to that customs house in the future if necessary. Yeah, set this customs house for coal export, so they don't have to go to Barislav in that case, once all of this has been built. It's nice that the snowplow also cleared the snow from the conveyor belt. Appreciate it. We have electricity in the area. Don't have a substation up yet. Don't need to know about ships. Lots and lots of construction tasks here. Let's assign our workers here as well. There might be road segments that are too short where they will be needed. Yes, but let's wait until there's asphalt here, okay? Seems to be all working relatively well. If it wasn't for the messages about the trains not being able to run, I think we'd only have a few loyalty warnings for the area that we're currently building up, but otherwise It all seems to be running very well. Like these ones. Okay, that's Sasales. Complaining about loyalty. We don't know the loyalty. Did put up a bunch of monuments here. I thought that would have been enough. Apparently I was wrong. I don't want to put up more monuments. What do you think of that? It's that building again. Low happiness for some reason. Everything else has like 64% or 60% happiness, and that one's down to 51. And I don't know why. Okay, the roads have been built. Time to get the gravel corner in here. Just to have it. Fix some of the intersections to allow for faster travel on the asphalt roads. Check our trains waiting at the customs house again. Yeah, I think next time we're gonna see more mosque, and also Dubasalia taking on workers, and then we have 2 more researchers available for us. Having a very high saturation of university educated people is quite nice, but I think it's also probably increasing the amount of electronics we have to import, or well, consume. So consumption of citizen facilities. Electronics was at around 49 last year. We're at well, okay, I have to check the year before that. Let's see. Last year. Go back 1 year. 45. 38. But that's like with lower population, yeah. Maybe it doesn't have an impact. I thought it did. Then I guess there's no downside to having a lot of higher education people, and except for the fact that you increase the chance of them also being... No, you don't increase the chance of anything. I guess there's no downside as long as you know the loyalty of them. Oh, there is one downside. If we have higher educated people in the village and they somehow manage to work in the university. If you bring them to the town slash village slash city, where you are creating university educated people, like where you're educating them, then they might have a chance to sneak into the education system. But as long as you're having enough secret police, you're probably gonna have no issues. I will be setting up the Hall of Residence here, just so I don't forget about them. I think 2 buildings will probably be enough, and they should just be able to go shopping, go to the university, come in by rail. Yeah, not much to this. Can they go shopping? Yes. Can these be built without a road connection? I think so. Those footpaths are inconveniently located there. But it'll work for us, I think. Yeah, I don't think I want them to be built yet. But we can put the footpath in place. And just as a reminder, put those buildings here. And also make me realize that I do need to put water and sewage over here as well. Well, I guess the other options would be research about less fire. This is also something we can consider, reducing the amount of fires that do break out. I don't think it would change the amount of fire coverage we are providing to our nation. It would just reduce the amount of damage being done to our buildings a little bit. I don't care about that train waiting too long. That is intentional. Okay, so distribution office. No more export of coal to that customs house. The Nega customs house will now also accept coal. Coal, crops, oil, gravel. Only on that customs house, so nothing... All that? Yeah, sure. Everything exported at that customs house. This is only for import now. This area over here is not very busy. We're either exporting coal or we're picking up coal and transporting it to our other town, Brospin. There's nothing else happening in this area. And now there will be dedicated exports running through that area for crops, oil, coal, gravel. So some task. Input storage for gravel. Still need our rail connection to be able to unload here, but once this building has been constructed, we can start unloading here, preparing this area for production. And maybe some people living here. I think the villagers will not get any greenery. Maybe that's the reason why they're unhappy. Maybe they would also be happier with trees. I guess I could cover them in a slight forest. Against the rail track. And the factory. Sure, let's plant some trees everywhere. Make this road go through a mountain area that is slightly forested. All forestry is already covered in trees. They don't need to use much. That's looking okay. Yeah, let's not overdo it with trees right now, but get a few trees going. Distribution office coming online soon. We'll be able to pick up fuel for the gas station, stuff for the shopping center, well, the grocer in this case, it's a small area. Also need buses to run the bus route when it comes up. And there we go. Our rail unloading stations are also being built, coming online soon. And then we can bring coal and gravel to this area, fill up the storages, make a lot of cement, be prepared for making our own concrete. We'll still need electricity for this to run, but we're almost there. I need food, I need meat, so we also need a refrigeration truck. We'll just go for the smallest one. And then we need to set up the sources. Fuel. Food. And meat. And alcohol. And then we should have everything this area will ever need. Locally. The other stuff they will have to get by bus. There will be no other town in this area. I think this area is now covered in enough settlements. Next development I think will be close to Brospin. I'm thinking either up this way or this direction or towards the center. Either of these three. Get the settlement for the concrete and asphalt plant plus the construction offices down that will hold a lot of mixers and dump trucks. We'll have like a central area for concrete mixers. I guess we might not have a central area for concrete mixers. It might become the same where concrete and asphalt plants will become like dotted around everywhere. Like I could just have a concrete plant here. We do have concrete mixers in this. All I need is water and the cement. And the dry bulk storage is mostly for long-range transportation, so we could have a cement truck carry cement over here into this area. And I don't think the concrete plant does create pollution. It does create 8.4 tons maximum. 7 tons, 8.4. Well, we do have a bus stop here. A water well here feeding into the concrete plant. Asphalt plant would need bitumen as an import, so we would need an oil unloading station, which I guess could be at Corno, same as the fuel one, and then transported by truck. Doesn't need to be in the area. Bitumen consumption is relatively low, and then the transportation can be handled by our distribution office that handles fuel. Tons of cement could be all used up in one day. Do we have really small storages for that? For dry bulk? No. This is the smallest. I guess it is reasonably small, so we would have one of these connected to the concrete, the concrete plant, and we would need to build it in a way where it is accessible. It could be next to the heating plant, but I don't think we have the... I guess we do have the room to fit it here. If we remove part of the hill. Nah, that seems futile. That's a little bit too much. We'll leave that hill as it is. The other option is building it in walking distance of our residential buildings. So with this bus platform, we could have a footpath going out here and build in concrete and asphalt plant in this area, which would also be closer to the cement storage. I think that's probably what we will do. So we'll have a footpath coming down this way. Allowing us to work some industries in this area. And the pollution should be negligible. At least I hope. Yeah, we can build that down here. 300 meters. Out here. It will also have electricity because of the new substation. This will need gravel, which is the only concern, but it could theoretically have its own distribution office bringing gravel to a local storage. Alternatively, we hook it up to down here, where we already have a gravel storage, but it's all the way in there and not really accessible. But I guess we could pick up from the storage and transport the gravel up here. Yep, that'll be fine. We'll do that as a truck-based solution. Flatten out the area. Small gravel storage. And then a distribution office bringing cement and gravel to those facilities. And we have a long enough road here for the trucks to wait without causing any traffic jam. And the asphalt plant should be close by. It doesn't have to be. But if we set it up correctly, then we can use the same gravel storage for both. So I'll probably share the resource between the two of them. And then have a bitumen import pipe nearby as well. We'll need dedicated electricity connection. But that's the least of our concerns. I mean, there's not really any concern with this. This should just work very well. So we have gravel, we still need water and cement. This is a one-way loading station, unloading station, so gotta be a little bit careful. Oh. Do we need to flatten the area to place it? So there will be cement trucks coming in from here to unload into this area. And then heading out this way. Come on, that should be fine. There's nothing on the road here. Really? Oh, come on. Unbelievable. But we'll get there. Okay, cement deliveries will go to the same area here. So we'll have cement storage. Bitumen storage will be somewhere in here, I think. I don't know if I want train-based import of bitumen yet, but probably. Just to make sure we also import that in large quantities and don't have any problem with that. Okay. Gravel road down here. And electricity. And then water and sewage as well. Because people will be working in this area, so they do need that. Have a little service area up here. .2 megawatts will be more than enough. I think even a small wire will be sufficient, but it's fine. Yep, there won't be anything else in this area, I don't think. let's redo that. Put that in place. I'll also schedule the unloading of bitumen into our nation with another tank pretty much. Over here is fine. This is just bitumen. There's not going to be a lot of it. Let's build the pipe last and get the tank up first. Then we'll store bitumen here, courtesy of the rail distribution office, bringing it here once we have a storage for it. And then our distribution office for fuel can also handle bitumen in its downtime. We will need the footpath going this way, so workers can receive, so the industries can receive workers to actually function. And the asphalt plant doesn't have a footpath connection, but I think we're still going to be able to have everyone walk onto that side, from the bus stop at least. Yes, from the bus stop. Not ideal. But that's what we have right now. It might be possible for some of the people from this area to walk down here as well. Ah yeah, now the two houses over there can actually work in this area. And we can put down some more houses if it's not enough, but since the facilities only require 5 workers each, it's probably not going to be a problem. What is your issue? Your happiness is going up. I don't know what your problem is. You have a forest now, you should be fine. You also have a monument blocking your view. I don't know what you're complaining about. Gas station in the area has been built. Don't have electricity yet, but that'll happen at some point once we get through this whole area. The road construction will take a while because it's a lot of small segments interspersed by intersections. We'll get this electric connection first, I think. Didn't expect Tubasalia to finish construction before Mormos, but looks like that's going to be the case. Although they have yet to do anything up here. I mean, they have a lot of construction to do, so just let them do things. New building, that's fine. Also new building. And also new building. We're still waiting on the statues. And the football playground. Yeah, I think the distance between the trees and the flats, the brick flats, is now mostly okay. This is maybe a little bit too close. Overdid it there, but yeah, with the asphalt here and otherwise like being 1.5 blocks away seems to be the good distance. So yeah, some of them are too close to the buildings, but yeah, at least it'll keep you awake at night when the tree is bouncing against your window. I don't know why that would be a good thing, but you have it as an option. It did still call it Sasales heating plant, didn't it? Called it Sasales Brospin heating plant. I don't want to mess with the town areas. I have an idea. There, now it's Brospin heating plant. How do you like them apples? Still don't have enough workers in our accounting office / city hall. I thought I built a garbage stand in the area. Guess I didn't do that. That's the best we can get. What do we have here? Technical service, yes. No electricity yet, but almost. They're working on it. After that we can bring gravel and coal here. I also need to set up a distribution office for this area, so they can procure their own resources and I don't have to worry about overloading another distribution office with like work. I'm just gonna go really heavy on distribution offices. It could also procure its own bitumen with its own tank, so the fuel distribution office doesn't have to worry about that. Which I think is reasonable. The fuel distribution office should just take care of the imminently urgent infrastructure need of like fuel. Bitumen would be a little bit much. put on its shoulder. Kinda wanna make me export brick. We're already exporting coal, we could also export brick. Let's export brick. We are loading brick, we are unloading brick on the storage. Let's unload brick at the Mega Customs house as well. $316 tons of bricks. We are loading at 20% out of 936, so let's say 95 for 10% or 190. Sure, I mean, just export some bricks, I guess. I could set it higher, so you always run fuller storages of your train cars, but like closer to capacity. But I think if you're running it at a lower volume, you also have a higher chance of making sure that the storage keeps being filled. Not these ones. These ones shall not get built. Okay, we have a pub. This will share a distribution office, I think, with Sejov. I think that's possible. What are you currently transporting? Alcohol and food. Maybe I do need a dedicated distribution office. I should. Every village, every larger town should have its own distribution office, and this has a proper shopping center, so this definitely should have its own distribution office. We'll not put an ambulance here until we have people move in, otherwise they might pick up someone from Sejov and put them here for treatment without anyone working here, which would be unfortunate. We already have a fire station in this area, so this will also probably be able to deal with any fire in Dubasalia for the time being. And Zhezhov also has a fire station which can deal with a fire up on the iron mine if there is a problem up there. Water tanks have been created and filled. So the technical service from Brospin is supplying the area with water. I still think we need a town for a water supply, running water purification and making it available to trucks. Yeah, things are running well. Everything is somewhat decentralized, while also being centralized, like how university education is centralized in larger cities. The starting city had a small university, but that is running at capacity. Need some more staff here. Everyone has a university education, it's crazy. Up to 96%. And the supply, while being centralized in each location with a distribution office, is also decentralized, as in each town/village, almost every village has its own distribution office. Vavkavich is so small that it didn't get its own distribution office. It's basically an attachment to Prebosia, but everything else is large enough to have received one. Dubasalia and Mormosk not being an exception. Even Sasalis received a distribution office with like 120 people living there. But granted, Vavkavich only has like 50 people living there, so that's a little bit. That's some fewer workers living there. It's workers, not people. There might be more people living there, like probably. What's the ratio of workers to citizens? So 360 workers is 550 citizens. So if you have 120 workers, that's like 200 citizens maybe? And if you have 50 workers, that's probably about 90 citizens. And the last thing we will need in the area is 2 construction offices, one dealing with concrete deliveries and one dealing with asphalt deliveries. And they will be built on this side, hooked up to this road so they can immediately go and grab the resources they need. And I think 12 vehicles as per usual will be enough. Well, let's go bigger this time. Let's go 16 vehicles. Flatten the area out a little bit. This is doing something to the texture and I don't know what. Sure. Oh, more flattening. Build it like that, please. And then we'll hook it up to this road directly. So they come out, pick up the resources, go wherever they want to, and come back. One construction office full of concrete mixers, one full of dump trucks. And the dump trucks are just used for asphalt. Well, I guess they're also used for gravel. And they have to pick up gravel from up here. Yeah, they should share that. Just doing asphalt would be silly. Oh, finally see it says Prospin heating plant. I'm so happy. It's because it's 24 degrees and higher. Happiness is still relatively low. I'm not sure why these buildings to the edge are more affected more. Oh, crime is a problem. Do I need a police station here? Well, I probably also need a police station in the oh yes. Oh, yes. Okay, I did not know we were running full on crime. We will build another small police station on this side of town. Maybe even here in the center. But I think down here is going to be enough. gut tells me that we probably need a prison, another prison. We also need more police stations down here. The larger town will be Dubasalia, so Dubasalia will also get a police station that can then patrol more mosque. And I think another small police station is, another small prison is probably also going to be sufficient. I don't really have to worry about having enough university-educated people, I think. My gut tells me that we should be okay on that. But yeah, I didn't know Brospun had a high crime rate right now. So this police station can reach Sassalis, but not the residential area. The new one will be able to reach that. And hopefully both of them combined will be able to deal with the crime in the area. I guess a prison could also be part of a village, but I'd rather make sure we have enough people being able to go into said prison to work there. So we'll set up another small prison over here. Does need heating, does need electricity, and does need water and sewage. Or we just set it up here, next to the shopping center. As a somewhat of a reminder, maybe? Sure. Can't forget to bring citizen goods into this, so notify me if that finishes construction. Then we can also tell the distribution office to bring resources into here and use our dedicated meat truck to drive meat into the prison because it does have 2 parking spots. What meat truck did I use for the prison over here? A small one, okay. Then I guess we're gonna use a small one here as well, and the other one as well. That is a dedicated route, right? Yes. Wait. Don't buy from the customs house, get it from here. Because at some point we might be producing our own, and then I want you to get it from the correct storage. So, this area might be having a bit of a crime problem, causing happiness and loyalty to maybe take a dip because of that. So, we'll have to work on that now. I think this warrants these constructions to be actually a high priority, and the prison as well, before it spirals out of control. Yep, just waiting for electricity. You also need a dump truck. Okay. That's the coal supply. It's quite the distance, but this is a smaller town, so it should hopefully be enough. I didn't build a heating plant for Dubasalia. I knew there was something missing, I just couldn't put my finger on it. We could have the heating plant up. No, we can't. It's too far. Could have the heating plant all the way up here. This is a larger town. I think it warrants 2 dedicated trucks running the coal to make sure this doesn't run into any issues. The distribution office will not be handling the coal in this case. We didn't do that for Almavari, because Almavari does produce coal, so the transport route is quite short, but in this case I think 2 dedicated trucks are going to be the better option. And if we put it here, it would still reach every no, it wouldn't reach every building. We'll have to put it on this side, make sure it reaches every building, and also be in walking distance of the residential area. Not sure we can get the road up here. Well, we will be able to get a road up here, just not in the way it was set up. And then we can have a footpath leading directly into the facility. Three out of the 4 buildings have walking access to it. I haven't set up water or sewage yet for the area, so can't check if that is in range, but I can place that right now. I think the water and sewage should be on the main road, so it's easy to access. Yes. Okay. Looks like all of these areas are coming online at approximately the same time, which isn't bad. It's just kind of strange. Probably because I'm assigning everything manually. I hope that the coal consumption isn't too high. I will have to monitor that and maybe also set up a dedicated route for that. It's only 200 people. Okay. Police station, please. Notify me when that is finished. Notify me when the prison is finished. I also need to buy police cars. And make that footpath a high priority as well. The concrete and asphalt area will have to wait a little bit. But I think I'm going to take a break for now for today. It's been another 4 hours. I think we've planned and partially set up 2 new towns that are gonna be a great addition for us. We've also decided to run the asphalt and concrete plant next to Brospin, because we might have multiples of these areas. So we're going to start out here with one of them, which will also aid us in developing the larger town, which is going to be in the center of the map, somewhere in this area, in those 4 squares, right here. Next time I think we'll see the completion of Dupasalia and Mormosk. We'll hopefully combat the crisis of... Is it a crisis of our justice system, or is it a crisis of our construction system? Because I'm doing construction continuously and we're not doing reconstruction. In any case, I might have to set up a dedicated small construction office to deal with reconstruction tasks. Though I think we're keeping up with those. I can't see right now. But yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching. Have a good Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, wherever you are. Wish you all the best. Take care. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.